huh?
Ready?
Yep, I'm ready. This is what we do in the winter.
In my sneakers.
Yeah, I'm wearing your boots, but I asked you because I have my own
I
boots.
said go ahead and wear 'em.
I know, I have my own boots.
See how the snow was dumped off the roof?
Oh yeah.
When it started melting, it all slid off the roof.
And
That's
there's
why I don't like coming out here when it's thawing like that.
cat tracks out here too.
There's always cat tracks. Watch it going down this hill. It can be slippery.
I like to track animals. I know it sounds weird, but I love watching the tracks, and I'd love to be a tracker and learn where they are. Go look at the chickens all coming out. They're still not used to the idea. Look at them all rounded out.
They just look for food. They'll all be back inside in about 2 minutes.
Yeah, they're not used to the fact that, like the
Wow.
bigger chickens
That's
are.
more Widowmaker shop. Look at that right there in the path.
Oh boy. Yeah, these guys are coming out too now. Usually they don't come out like that.
Everybody's
kind of
hungry
nice.
today. Kind of wet, cold, and they're hungry. I
Yeah,
gotta move
that's
these
true.
Widowmakers so they're out of the way.
Oh yeah. All these branches falling off the
So you
trees.
gotta watch it when the wind's blowing. Walking under trees.
Apparently my hood fell off.
You have a hood that fell out?
My hood fell off my hat.
Throw them up against a tree and I'll burn them in the spring. Hello, ladies. You wait a second and I can get things unlocked and you can get some food. Well, you're not all ladies. Some of them are gents.
And
Some of you are gents.
and we'll give you guys heads up with thinking we're going to be getting a trail camera. There's a lot of wildlife that comes out around here. You'll see it if it happens. We have deer and just about everything out
Possums, rabbits,
here. Foxes,
woodchucks.
just about everything. So I think you guys may enjoy that.
Why?
So
Wind blowing.
it's my ducks. I love my ducks.
They love you too. Hello, ladies. So we're doing some corn.
So there's some kind. What is this? What footprints are these? Birds?
Mine? No, they're little birds.
Oh, okay. See, I'm into that.
Here, girls. Well, you gotta get back.
Somebody was behind the door, huh?
Alright, let me give you a couple scoops of mash.
Okay, I'm coming up through here. Is there a spot you want me to put this water jug?
Give me a second now. Give these guys a couple scoops of mash.
My hair's all in my face. Oh, it's a pain.
Whoa! Almost jumped that right on top of an egg.
Oh my goodness, somebody was kind enough to give us an egg.
White leghorn. A leghorn. Oh, I just dropped it.
Is it broken?
No, the feed. Just dropped the feed.
Well, I'm sure they won't miss
I'm sure they'll
that.
find it.
They,
There you go, girls.
we haven't been feeding them
Oh
laying
my
mash.
God, we got eggs over here too.
We haven't been feeding them laying mash. Oh my, I guess somebody's been, because we're not that worried about getting eggs for 2 people.
I'll have to hand them to you and you'll have to put them over on the... There, put them around the doorway. That's a good place to
There you go.
Got one more over here.
Are they any good?
Yeah, they're not split. If they were split, they'd be been
Okay.
frozen.
Well, that's good because I was thinking I'm baking right now and I could have used some more eggs. Because I said, do I put 1 egg or 3 eggs in the cake?
Well, you got 4 eggs today.
And I put 3 eggs in the cake.
Probably ought to go out in that other barn and see if the little chickens been laying any eggs.
Yeah, they probably are. We going back here now?
Let's go give these guys some feed.
Okay, Clay, so how are these guys all staying warm? Let's talk about how this.
Let me get some food into them.
So I talk to you guys today
They're quiet when I go feeding.
about how they all stay warm all winter. I think you guys may find this interesting. Clay's been farming for over 40 years. I've been doing this with him for like the last 5. So I think it's like a college education.
Just glad you got in there with all them.
Look at them. They look so, they're like acting out crazy.
Yeah, they're hungry.
Yeah, they are
Now
hungry
they'll leave
today.
you alone. Come on, girl.
Here they go. They're hungry today.
That'll give them that until I get the
Some more feed.
mash in there.
Yeah, they're hungry this morning.
There,
They're
girls.
happy.
You can clean that mash up there, too. All right, let me get 2 scoops of mash and then we can do some talking.
Okay. And then here's the quail. These guys are probably hungry too. Oh, I see that Clay found the extra bowl that I had for the cat.
It was in the brooder.
Yeah, that was for the animals. I figured that.
I figured it'd be extra water for the quail.
Yeah, I cleaned it out good, and I figured you could use it out here. I figured.
Okay, girls, let me get you 1 more scoop of corn, and then I can give the quail something.
I don't think I might have won it in a sweepstake. So I wasn't sure. I think I did. I think I won that bowl in a sweepstake. It's really cool. But Mr. Kitty does better with the meter feeder because he throws his food all over the kitchen if I don't. So it works out for us. And we had a meter feeder for the dog. He likes what he has. So we ended up getting rid of that.
Alright, now I can take care of the quail, and
Okay.
the chickens will leave me alone while I'm doing that. Here, move, girls.
You need me to hold something,
Yeah,
Dolly?
just hold that for a second.
Okay. Here, time to feed these guys.
You guys hungry too? Okay, here's some mash. And here's some chick mash. Alright. No eggs, no eggs.
They don't care about my brown boots. They like my red clogs better. See that?
That's because chickens are picking red because they think it's blood.
Yeah. Got a bloody piece. And then
All right.
all down.
You guys got water. We'll give you more. Make sure you got plenty.
And these are bantam chickens.
Okay. Alright, now I'm going to see what. This bird is the one that needs the most water. This one's on most. Maybe I can flip a piece. Alright, now let's go away. Let me put my stuff there so I can see what's going on.
He's watering everybody. Boy, he looks nice.
They all look nice.
Boy, I hate to get rid of any of them. We may not have to, huh?
We're going this way.
Yeah, we probably need to. It's rain. And these guys have that other little barn food they go into. Everybody kind of goes all over. We got different spots. This is the little area they can go there too.
Well, we're still going to walk over to that other barn.
Yeah, we will. We'll look out there and check it out.
I'm not going to save any eggs over there if they've got them.
Is the dog outside or is he in the barn?
I'll let you hold on to that for a second until I get the...
I think he's...
Alright, the nice thing about these waterers
Yeah.
is you tip them upside down, they're electric and keep the water from freezing. And if you cut off a hot bottle, they sit right down in the opening. See the water there, dear? Then you can pour right in the funnel. And each one of those waters will hold 2.5 to 3 gallons. Hold that again.
Whoa, you okay, hon?
Yeah, I just want to drop it on one of the birds. Let it on my hands. Good thing I missed everybody. Wait a minute, girls. We're ready.
Boy, look at Millie. She's looking good.
Isn't she? Still gotta buy a rooster for her.
Yeah, we're gonna get rid of Millie.
Okay, take the funnel out, put the cork back in, which is attached to the bottom. And I hang that up back up on the, I had a long nail there. What did I do with it right there? Hold the funnel until I'm done. And you flip that back into the, and that's all set. Alright, I still gotta water the other guys. Your question was feeding in the winter?
Yeah.
I feed a mash.
Well, and how do they stay warm? How do they stay warm is my question.
Well, the whole kernel corn that I give them,
Yeah.
which they've cleaned up and looking for more.
Yeah.
They like that whole kernel corn because inside that whole kernel, there's a live germ that when the chickens, enzymes and stomach acids and that, start dissolving that corn and digesting it, it releases a heat and it helps keep them warm in the winter. So feeding whole kernel corn is good in the winter, and they love it. I feed the mash as a supplement so that they got something to keep their crops full, because the corn and everything goes to their crops first before it goes to their digestive system. So the mash helps keep them. Stop fighting, boys. It's getting towards spring and they're trying to show who's boss.
That only will take like 5 minutes.
I'll give them some more corn.
Yeah, they're done right there.
Hang on, let me give them another scoop.
Okay. See, that was the end of that. Roosters don't fight.
Well, if you keep them, if chickens stay occupied doing something like this, they leave each other alone. See, I got a lot of roosters, and I've got to cut back on roosters.
So they keep warm with the feed?
The corn will help keep them warm. Plus, your body temperature is 98.6. Their body temperature is 101. And you need 101 even to hatch baby chicks. So that's how they're using an incubator, you need a higher temperature.
So if their temperature's higher, then they're actually warmer than we are.
Their heart is beating faster, they're warmer than we are, their feathers are in insulation, they keep themselves warm. Plus they huddle up.
Yeah, they do. They huddle up when they're cold, which you don't see that because these guys are actually pretty warm. And in fact, they're even going outside.
Yeah. Well, they like going outside. It gives them the fresh air they need, so that they're not in the barn with the ammonia from the manure, which accumulates during the winter. And it gives them the fresh air they need.
Okay, now where are we heading now?
We've got to give the other birds some water.
Okay.
Make sure our lights are all out.
Okay, I got the water
I'll let you
jugs.
come follow me.
You may have to help me with these.
I'll take the water jugs from you. Make sure that's good and tight, because them little guys can squeeze out that door.
Oh yeah, they do too sometimes. Now they're all interested in what's going on over there.
Oh, they've got the door. Keeps them interested in the barn over there. I've got to get some more corn this week.
Don't bother with the laying mash because we have enough eggs.
I haven't been feeding laying mash.
I know,
I
I
stopped
know.
laying mash. It's a higher protein, which is good for them, but I don't like feeding all these roosters laying mash. It's not good for the roosters.
But we're not bothering mainly because it's only 2 of us.
Yeah, and what little bit of eggs we do get from them,
It's enough for us. Oh,
it's
don't
enough for
forget
us.
those eggs too.
I gotta shut this door.
Honey, we can't forget their eggs too.
I gotta get water.
Oh, I know. Just before we leave.
I gotta shut this because I turn the light on. Gotta shut the door because when I've got this door open, they tend to want to get by me.
Plus, we have to watch out for. We don't want to make sure anybody, raccoons or anything, come in. Which I think we've only ever seen a possum one time.
Turn this up on its top. Pop the cork. Put it this side. Sit still, boys. We'll get the funnel. And if you do want to get, you got to have them watered in the winter. You can't just give them cold water and leave it at that.
Do you want to put those eggs in my hat, by the way?
On the way out, I'll just carry them. There's only 4 of them.
I'm sorry. So, okay, I'm sorry.
So you want to keep the water at a warm temperature. That's why I use these heated waters. They're a little more expensive, but you only need to use them from, say, December 1st until probably second week in February, when the temperature starts going up. You don't have so much problem with the water freezing. The hens, if they've got a warmer water to drink, will tend to lay you eggs. If you're giving them just cold water in the middle of the winter and have to keep breaking the ice out of it every day, you're not going to get the eggs. Because the chickens have to have warm water. And I'm not talking hot water. I'm talking these
Lukewarm.
electric heaters keep the water temperature at about 35. So it's still cool to drink, but it won't freeze. Okay, girls, there you go. There's some fresh stuff. Let me double check for any more eggs. Maybe behind the door. Okay. Have to keep more of a vigil on that during the day.
Yeah, it's good though. I'm glad they're laying. Couple extra eggs. It's nice when baking
Alright,
starts.
now I gotta get the water jug.
Okay.
Do you want to carry water jugs or eggs?
Well, if I carry eggs, I can put them in my hat. Well, I'll carry the water
Just carry
jugs.
the water jugs.
Hey,
They're
listen.
empty.
Oh, did you check the dog?
Yes.
Okay. All right, we gotta go to the other barn then.
Alright, this white egg at the end of it has been busted open, so I'm just going to give it to Stormy.
Yeah, the dog ate it.
The brown eggs are fine.
And these guys are outside, which the ducks.
They love it outside though.
Yeah, they never come
Look at
in.
them,
Well, they can come in anytime they want.
they're wallowing through the snow and everything else. They love that.
Yeah, ducks don't. Clay taught me the ducks don't go in.
Here, Stormy. Well, they do go in.
But yeah, not that often though.
They'd rather be outside. Here, Bobby.
The dog gets to eat the extra eggs.
Yeah, they better make sure you top off his feet because it's going to be cold.
Yeah, I have another whole bag of food in the house for him too. And
Set these eggs
these are
down.
little bird tracks.
Gotta set the eggs down so I can get his dog to out of his bag.
And what kind of tracks are these? Must be cat tracks. Cat tracks everywhere.
They look like little handprints of big raccoons.
Yeah, that's what I was looking for. So we've got cats that come through the bushes over there from the restaurant. They eat in the dumpster in the restaurant, and then they come over here, and as you can see, yeah, save that for me. I'll come and get it later so I can see the tracks. And sometimes they go up around there. So I like to see that they were going around the chicken pen, but evidently they couldn't get anything. You might see a little bit because the chickens aren't coming out. So I've been trying to watch the tracks, but I don't see that much right today. But there's not that much snow out either. I always get excited if I see something different, but I don't know if I want something different in the yard. So these guys are all in. Okay, hon.
Gotta check the other barn.
Okay.
Just make sure there's no eggs out there.
Alright.
If there are, then I'll take that nest box out, throw the eggs out. Probably a dozen or so, knowing them.
Yep, here they're coming out. What are you guys coming out for? Well, you can come out if you want.
Guess you better unlock it.
There's the duck pool. Gotta move things around again. The composters we built.
I gotta do a rebuild on them. They got PVC pipe. I gotta go to a galvanized pipe and then they'll be reusable.
I don't even know if we need them though. Because
No,
we have the composting bin and we also have that other composter thing you got. You may want to, well, never bad to have too much compost either, I guess.
Nope, can always be made into fuel.
True.
All right.
Anybody in here? Hay, lots of hay. Nope, nobody's even hanging out in here.
Well, they come in here for the sunlight.
Yeah,
No
but they're
eggs.
not in here now.
No eggs.
Nobody's in this part of the barn.
That's good.
Should we walk over?
This spring because I've got to finish up this fence over here.
Yeah.
Got to put a top on it.
We're not going to walk to the bees. We don't know what's going on with them, but we did a lot of research and we didn't even insulate because it sounds like that's not necessary.
What's that? Bothering the bees? No, I'm not going to bother the bees.
Yay.
Still warmed up in March, maybe. March and April.
Because pretty much they stay warm by clustering together.
Well, if they can see movement for 53 days.
Right. You just don't want to, sometimes you mess with things and you ruin them. You want to have them as close to nature as you can, but we'll find out. We're new.
We may have to rebuild a hive or two.
Right. So we'll find out. But it's an experiment. Every year you learn what didn't work the year before.
Ooh.
You okay? Yeah, I know.
Alright, that was a...
Ooh, I fell in a hole too.
That was pretty good.
So,
Wow.
anyway.
It's actually a nice day, isn't it?
Oh, it's cold. It's cold though. It's chilly. Not too bad though, really. Okay, guys. December 30th, 2016. Tomorrow's my brother's birthday. He was born 30 minutes before the new year. The doctor wanted my mom to hold off, but she couldn't. Okay, guys. Like, subscribe. We'll see you in the next video. God bless.
Bye-bye.